All right, ladies and gentlemen, you should feel very important because I believe this is the fourth time I've recorded this lovely video. First time went for about 20 minutes, got the project almost done, and found out that my screen recording tool no longer works with the updated Mac version. So that's sweet. Start off, go to File, Import, and we need to be importing this file. If it doesn't show up, won't let you click on it, it's because you probably have Sketchup chosen from the format just by default, not your fault. Click on the PDF and bring it in. If you have a hard time getting to that point for some reason because you downloaded the wrong file, perhaps, you may have downloaded a website file, and if that's the case, you need to click on the three vertical dots in the Google Classroom, open it in a new window, and then you can download. So now I'm going to click, and I'm going to make this grow, and I'm going to use two fingers and grow out, and make this bigger, and use two fingers and grow out, and make it about as big as I can get this blasted thing. It says it's 118 feet so far. That's fantastic. So the reason that I want it to be big is I can more accurately measure, and that'll make all of the measurements closer to scale. So I'm going to zoom in, two fingers to zoom in, and we're going to use that a lot. And I'm going to use the tape measure and go from one wall to the next wall. And that is supposed to be 40 feet, 8 inches. I'm going to enter. You want to resize, of course, that was the point. Now, it's important that we remeasure this because we're going to use that in just a minute. If I may have clicked a little bit too far, since these lines are kind of blurred, it's very possible that it's not exact. And we want it to be as precise as possible. So I'm going to measure this up. Hopefully it's about 40 inches, 40 feet, 8 inches. It looks like we're real close there. So that's great. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get this in place. So usually right at the axes where they meet at the point of origin here is where we want our picture to begin. So this would be the front of the school, but you're only going to be doing the remodel project. So we want the remodel right here in the front. So I'm going to grab this and click on it and flip it 90 degrees, just like so. Click again. I'm going to use this push tool to push it kind of into place. So when I have the three-dimensional model, it's right here in the middle of what I'm looking at. And I'm going to move the entire project there. And this looks like it's all lined up pretty well. So I'm going to flip this. So I'm looking down for the most part on my project. And now I'm going to draw in my rectangle. So I'm going to use two fingers and zoom in by moving up with the mouse. Click with the mouse and zoom out by pulling down. Move the mouse to the opposite corner, and now I'm going to zoom in by moving my fingers back up. That's a really important skill for you to have. So I wanted this to be 40 feet, 8 inches by 112 feet, 1 inch. And I'm going to hit enter, and hopefully it lines up pretty well with my diagram underneath. I'm going to just double check quick, delete that. Looks like it doesn't line up quite perfectly. I think it's close enough for my demonstration at least, but what probably happened was this isn't exactly accurate, the model underneath. And that being just because, like I was telling you in the beginning, I wanted the model to be as big as possible. So I know that my diagram is to scale. It's 112:1. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. But the two-dimensional blueprints, I was probably zoomed in too far, and so it's just distorted a little bit. So for now, it's going to work. And so the next thing that I'm going to do is use this tape measure, and you're going to use this tape measure a ton. I'm going to find a corner, click on it, go up, and put in 6 inches. This tape measure tool is your most important tool, I believe. Go over 6 inches again, and hit enter. The reason we're doing 6 inches is the standard wall is roughly about 6 inches, depends somewhat. But that's going to give me a line now where I'm going to zoom back in on that 6 inch spot, click on my tape measure, and it'll snap right to the 6 inch. I'm going to zoom out by pulling my fingers back up, move the mouse up to the top, and zoom back in and make sure that I am lined up. And now I have a guide for where to put my rectangle. Zoom back in using 2 fingers, click on the guide mark at 6 inches, zoom out, and I'm gonna have to snag this and pull it over. And that's okay, because when I go back to the tape measure, it's still gonna have my spot. Zoom in, and when it turns red, it means I am lined up. So I have my guide. Now I'm gonna go to the opposite corner. You should only have to do it on opposite corners, not all 4. And measure my 6 inches. And enter. And from the corner, measure my 6 inches. And then again, click on my guide point, zoom out, go to the opposite corner, whoop, get my mouse where it needs to be, and it'll zoom in up there, up here. There we go. And when it locks into red, that means you're lined up well. And we're almost done with the outline of this. After you outline the first box, after you've figured out how to do that, you've done that well, you're pretty well on your way. There are a few little tips along the way that'll help, but you're pretty well on your way. Okay, in this direction, it's the green line that tells you that you're square. So I'm going to grab the square tool, click in the corner, and zoom out, and slide this over. Grab my square tool again to finish my square, zoom in, and that doesn't line up quite right. What's going on here? I have 6 inches there. All right, I'm going to measure this because that looks a lot wider than it looks tall. So hopefully this is 6 inches and I'm just at a funny angle. I'm not even close. So I did something very wrong. Oh, I picked the wrong line. That's what I did. All right, so we're going to undo the rectangle. Command Z is magic. And I did not go close to level. So I'm going to give you a good example on you mess up, you can just click on your line. Maybe. Get out of here, Safari. You can just click on your line. Click on your line. Must be on a different plane. Usually you can just click on the lines to delete them. I'm not sure why it's not letting me, but that's all right. We can work around it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure in 6 inches. So I must not have been quite square when I made that line. Better to know now than later when the project's half done. So I'm going to click on that and go to the other corner. That is at 6 inches right there. Now we are square. So I'm going to go back up, and I'm going to intentionally start my square in that corner. That way I don't accidentally go to the wrong one. So we'll zoom out, grab my tool, zoom in the corner, grab the tool back for the rectangle, and finish my rectangle finally. All right, I'm going to change my angle. And since I already deleted the inside of that original rectangle, I do need to put in a new one that just goes over top of all of it. Right there. And that way I have my outside walls done. Hooray! And so I'm going to click on the inside and delete it, and now I can see the rest of my diagram. So I'm going to work on the next one now. For the next one, my lines are a little bit off, but that's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect, just close. I'm going to measure 6 inches. Measure 6 inches. It would be a good idea to check this. It looks like it's 29 by 5, I believe it says. Good idea to check this and make it exact. We can make this 29 by 5 inches. And from there, I'm going to measure over 6 inches. That way I start the wall exactly where it's supposed to be. I'm going to use this second guide point in a minute But for now, all I'm going to need is that one. And we could check the measurement for how far this is and draw it in exactly. I'm just going to trace the lines for now and plop her in. And I have my guide point here. I should be able to draw it straight across and connect. And then on the other side, again, there should only be a few other lines I have to measure. From here to here, I want it 6 inches, because that's what most walls are. And drop that line in. There we go. And then from the corner down the side, I want it 6 inches. And click on that. And we're going to navigate over here, grab the measuring tool again, and finish over there. So now I have my starting rectangle, and I have the guide for where to put the next one. Now, it is important that you know this, that we're not going to put 2 walls here. So I'm going to use this existing wall and make an inside wall. So what I mean by that is I already have a wall right here. I'm not going to make 2 of them. If I wanted to, I could use a push-pull tool now to make it 3-dimensional to give my walls height. I would actually, it does make a whole lot of difference, but it might be easier to outline the entire thing first and then push-pull it at once. And I'll show you what I mean right now. I'm not going to do the entire thing. I think you probably have the idea on how to get started at least now. Oh no, did I delete the wrong thing? I tell you what, I'm striking out today. Okay, with this wall, I missed the intersection. I hit it in the wrong spot. Zoom in, see, it snapped the wrong one. I want it on this one. And that was my fault, not the machine's fault. The machine does what I tell it to do. Okay, that looks better. So now I can delete this, but this is what I mean by you can push-pull it all together. I delete this little in-between line because I want the walls all to be connected. No lines between. And I'm going to click on the meat in between there and push-pull this baby up. And I don't know exactly how tall the walls are going to be. Since it's next to gym, I want them to be fairly tall. We're going to make it 12 foot tall. And voila, I have the start of my diagram. And this is my example. I have one that's already a little ways further than this, but it didn't get on the record. So you can kind of see how you start off making this. Again, I would pay close attention to the numbers for how big things are, just because you want this to scale. Part of your grade is going to be, did you make it to scale? Are the measurements accurate? And if you can't read it on this, open the PDF individually. That PDF file, you should be able to zoom all the way in and read absolutely every number on that to get what you need. So hopefully that gets you started. The rest of the videos should be able to get you going with the rest of the way. Good luck.